Well, here we are back at WPT Australia and joined up here in the Gold Coast by a very strong Adelaide contingent this week. In fact, that's a common scene around the traps these days. Plenty of players travelling around from Adelaide and doing very well. One of them joining me right now is Amin Shahadi. Amin, first of all, how's your week been?
Hi Ben. The week's been okay. I've been travelling a lot, but probably not doing as well as the other guys from Adelaide. But I made the money in the Bounty and the Shane Warne. So I picked up, a bit of money there. But that's about it. Out in the mini main, and I'll probably go home tomorrow.
Fair enough. Well, as I mentioned, plenty of Adelaide players around. The Adelaide poker scene is really booming. I mean, we're seeing more and more players come out of there. But even the local circuit down there. Tell me a bit about everything that's going on down in Adelaide at the moment.
Yeah, look, there's been a bit of a renaissance probably the last couple of years. We have a series, poker. I should remember what the leagues are. So there's been a consortium of four bodies. So there's the Stacked, there's Southern Poker Tour, Gambia and Matchroom. So between the four of them we have a series end of the year, and this year the first prize is I think $10,000. So it's been really good, and like you say, Adelaide, it just seems to be going from strength to strength. So I think poker just in general, but it's been great.
That's got to be unique in Australia. In not only are the four operators, negotiate, talk together, and make sure they don't clash, but you actually have you have a series and points all together as well.
Yeah, for a Player of the Year type thing. So, look, it is good. I'm not sure the masterminds behind it, but I think John Stark had a bit to do with it, and there's a committee there that work out that sort of thing. So, similar to. So Southern Poker Tour have where you win a seat when you win a tournament. You win a seat to an end of year sort of thing, and so this any person that wins a tournament and any of the four series. So each body has whatever runs 4 series a year. You get entered into the Tournament of Champions. So that's in January, I believe, and I guess it's a free roll for. I'd be guessing, but it's probably around 10k first prize. So I got a couple of tickets because I won a couple of tournaments down there, which is good. Last year I didn't enter. I didn't actually have any tickets, but I came second or third in the Play of the Year. But I was consistent without winning any tournament. So it's a good initiative, and everyone sort of gets on board.
You're wearing the stacked top, of course, and the series coming up to the Deep Stacks next month.
Yeah, that's right. So, next month in a couple of weeks. So the Deep Stack series. Stacked has, talking about growing from strength to strength. It's been operating for a number of years, probably only 4 or 5 now. So it's got a good reputation now where I guess it's that boutique sort of feel. It's got a good ambience about it, and it's like if you were going, down to your mate's house to play poker. It's really friendly, and I think people that have come from interstate also understand and appreciate that. The ambience of the place just makes it very inviting, and people love it. Andrew's doing a great job there managing the place and the staff, and putting on the tournaments, obviously with Curly and a few others behind the scenes. But they're doing a great job.
And who are some of the Adelaide guys we've got up here this week?
Yeah, well, there's a number of us. So obviously Gary Lynn, who's chip leader of the main at the moment, which is great. But we've got Armon, we've got Will. I've got to remember who else is there.
Joe's up here.
Joe's up here, yes, and Dev. Milan, obviously myself, Colin. Look, there's probably as many as a dozen people, and it's really good. It's like, when you come to these, you've got that affinity, and you're all supporting each other a lot more than maybe if you were back in Adelaide. But it is good. It's nice.
You said earlier that you don't have the results of some of the others. I beg to differ because obviously I follow what's going on. I see your face pop up regularly with winning tournaments here and there. So tell me a bit about how long you've been playing poker and how long you seem to be taking it quite seriously. How long have you been really working hard on your game?
Yeah, thanks. So I guess I've had a number of results, but it's not just the really big, deep ones. And I get into the tournaments and I get to the deep end, but just can't get snag the big one. But my history with poker, I started, I reckon, Joe Hasham in 2004 or 3 when he won it. Piqued my interest. I actually wasn't much of a card player. But from that point on, so early 2000s, so I reckon I played Aussie Millions for about 15 years straight. Won my way into the main event pretty much most years through satellites. So it's been good. Look, I just enjoy it. I'm an accountant by day, and this can be my sort of semi-retirement sort of thing. You know, other people play golf and that. I enjoy playing poker, but yeah, look, I love it. It's great. It's, you know, you can play with anyone from, you know, in their 20s or in their 80s, and you have that common interest, and I think it's a great social thing, and it's good. So I'll keep on playing.
And any plans to travel and play a bit more for the rest of the year, or are you just staying in Adelaide? Or?
Well, I do enjoy travelling. I'll have to thank my sister Louise, who works for Qantas, who I'm on her staff travel, so I get some good cheap flights there, so that helps. I actually went to Vegas in July, just past. That was my first time there, and that was great. I took my son Sebastian there. He turned 21, so that was fantastic. So I was there for 3 weeks. I actually played the Colossus, the very first WSOP, and I made the money. So I came 900th out of 10,000 plus. So I made a couple of, I cashed in 5 tournaments for about just over 10,000 US, so I paid for the trip. So it was good. Other travel, look, I'd like to travel more, especially particularly overseas, but, you know, there's so much. It's like travelling just in general. There's so much to see in Australia. With regards to poker, there's so much poker tournaments in Australia. You don't really have to fly out, but it's good to get that type of experience. But it's probably a bit cheaper to stay, in-house. But we'll just play by ear. I just play by ear.
Yeah, well, anybody who hasn't been to the Stacked Room, I do recommend it. Great little room down there in North Adelaide. And hey, go Adelaide.
Absolutely.
Okay, man.